those that don't know me, I'm a member of the fall 2013 pledge class. I graduated in 2016. Today, I have the pleasure of representing the 2010s decade, and will be giving my perspective on what being a part of Beta Sigma Psi has meant to me. Hoping not to pluck at the heartstrings too much, mostly give you guys some laughs and walk down memory lane of my college experience from a little over a decade ago. After being asked to talk about my time in Beta Sig, I started thinking and realizing that most of my time in the fraternity was developed and cemented by living in the chapter house at 706 West Ohio Street, which Andrew touched on in his remarks. And it was really my home away from home for about 4 years. So dialing back the clock to spring 2013, I had just heard about Beta Sigma Psi and applied for the Martin Luther Scholarship, which I know a good amount of people in this room have gone through that process as well. And I had hopes of getting a little bit of financial assistance for my freshman year, but didn't really think too much about it outside of that. And without giving you, a total play-by-play, drove down to campus with my mom. I met the guys, visited the house, did my scholarship interview, and really started picturing myself living in the chapter house and becoming part of Beta Sigma Psi. And even though my parents were initially a little bit hesitant, guys like Austin Copeland really sold me on joining the fraternity and moving into the house in the fall. And that decision proved to really change my life, and I couldn't in my wildest dreams have imagined the type of friendships and memories that I would have made with Beta Sigma Psi in my time at the U of I. Despite me moving into the house like a bull in a china shop at the age of 18 with a loud personality, the guys welcomed me in with open arms and instantly became 20 of my closest friends. Living in the house also gave me the opportunity to live with my brother Mike as a senior, which was great and an experience that I really don't take for granted. Me and him do have a 4-year age gap, and even though we bickered from time to time, even having a few wrestling matches when one pissed the other off, those times really brought us closer together, and I'm glad that we had those times together. Really wish that he was here this weekend. He's off in Arizona, as those were at the business meeting this morning heard, but hopefully that he can make it to a homecoming real soon. So fast forwarding to today, the guys I shared experiences with are some of my best friends still to this day. We've stood up in each other's weddings. We've gone on vacations together. Some were even roommates after college. We shared laughs, beers, cries, and times that could not have been developed if not for living in the chapter house. So when we see each other today, it's like no time has passed. I don't say it lightly that I love the guys that I met in the fraternity and the friendships that I made as part of Beta Sigma Psi for life. If there's anything I would recommend to the current membership and the current actives, it's live in the house and live there as long as you can. So if someone can stop chopping onions in the back, please. I want to run through some more fun memories from my time in Beta Sigma Psi. So for those that were in the house with me, unlike today, I think we all would agree that when we were in college, it was probably the worst stretch of football and basketball combined in school history. All I can say is thank God that we had amazing tailgates put on by Pam and Brian Bunty to get us through those tough days and make football Saturdays something to look forward to all week. Thank you for making game days. Thank you for making game days so welcoming for the guys in the house and for our families as well. I even got on the Jumbotron a few times with my shirt off on those hot fall days. So thank you to all of those that endured my hairy chest on those hot Champaign Saturdays.
Sweet Caroline!
If we weren't tailgating, I would say the boys really loved watching football so much that back in 2014, we started a 16-team fantasy football league that I can proudly say is still going to this day, and we've entered our 11th season. I am only 3-time champion, so not to brag. But after church, the boys would usually post up in the lounge with some Little Caesars pizza, or we would go to Legends Bar to watch football / work on homework all day. But who were we kidding? We weren't really working on homework at all. We were just watching football. Outside of those big memories, like tailgating, social events, bar crawls, barn dances, formals. Most of my favorite memories were the small moments that we shared together in the house. If you can't tell, the house was a very big part of my life. I'll never forget the countless nights playing jungle pong after dinner, only to avoid studying or the responsibilities of college life a little bit longer. The phrase "off the wall" will forever be burned into my brain. Playing intramurals with the guys was also a time that we look forward to, from flag football to wacky sports like broomball, always captained by Drew Jordan. The guys always were down for a good time, and even though we were never really the best, the post-game beers usually helped nurse the pain of a tough loss. Other core memories include watching Seinfeld and Planet Earth with Eric Steinbrenner after a night out at the bars or studying, and my standing games of NHL 10 with guys like Nick Wheeler, the Honorable Mayor, Josh Baggett, and Charlie Tierney. I think Nick Wheeler, who can't unfortunately be here tonight, ended up winning all of those games. But I never passed up an opportunity to play with him, and somehow even real people like Martin Erat even took on a life of their own outside of the game. Other lightning round memories that I'll never forget include MEF conferences and walkouts that brought us a lot closer with other basic chapters, as well as a few spring break trips to Florida and Texas that allowed us to build even stronger friendships off campus. For those that were part of those moments, they know that those trips really changed me, so they were a great time. Moving weeks always pushed our cleaning and landscaping abilities to the test, but they were great times for the boys to bond, stay up late, way too late playing video games, and always getting woken up way too early with DZ practicing their Rush songs at the crack of dawn. Countless inside jokes that still make us laugh today, pranks we played on each other, all in good fun. 2 trips to the Kentucky Derby, shout out Avery. Going to the bar at 4 a.m. to watch USA play Russia in the Olympics in a hockey game. Starting a garage band, $10 cover, and almost going the distance in front of all the bands at Red Lion. Waking up every unofficial to watch Animal House at sunrise. And always looking forward to great events like Homecoming to connect with generations of basics. Are times that I'll never forget. So at this point, you're probably sick of my ramblings, so before I get the hook and get played off, I'll just wrap it up with a few messages. Thanks to all the guys that made my college experience one for the ages. This time, unfortunately, is not enough to thank all of you or reference every memory or fun time that I had. But just know that I love all of you and I love the people that I shared my college experience with. Again, thank you to Avery and the rest of the alumni board for putting on an amazing homecoming. One that's as special as the 100th year, and hopefully we can all come back next year and forever and for all time to keep celebrating together. So thanks for your time.